Hello, everybody. Normally, I should be live right now, and I didn't actually test my audio. So maybe let me know if you guys can hear me. I don't think I can test my audio again right now, right? I have to go into the settings. Yeah, looks like it's recorded. It's catching my voice. So, welcome to Gamenightathon, the lottery edition. So, I am as unprepared as I've ever been for this readathon. So, my sprints today are basically going to be about me making sure that everything is set up for this readathon because I basically just have the board and the visuals about it, but I have to make the tracking form still, and I have to update the um like the guide for it, because I thought that that was going to be like super easy to make the guide, because I thought I just have to make some adjustments from last year's guide, but apparently I didn't make a guide for the lottery edition last year, so I have to kind of make it from scratch. But so let's see who is here. Hello, Sasha. Hey, Larissa, patiently waiting. Hello, Barbara, how are you? Hey, Alex, joining for the fun. Plus, I missed everyone. I missed all of you guys as well. Mello, hey, Ewald. Hello, Ali. Hello, Daniela. Hey, Judith. Happy to have you all. So, have you guys already started reading for Game Night at all? I have not. I'm very much in vacation denial mode, let's call it like that. So, um, what I feared was going to happen is probably going to happen. So, I feared like I will do all of the prep for my holiday, where I make sure that I have content for my entire holiday, and then when I come back, the content is just gonna like not be there. And so I am afraid that that is most likely going to be the case, because today's video was the last video that I have like ready. Tuesday's video, in principle, I had to read a chapter of Wind and Truth today and film it in order for that to go up on Tuesday. Did not do that, so I would have to do that tomorrow. Or I could edit a video that's supposed to go up on Thursday, which is something that I pre-filmed. But I am so not in the mood. So we'll see what ends up happening. Hello, Denise. My trip was really, really good. I had such a great time. And because I had such a great time, I'm now like in limbo where I'm like, why am I back in reality? I was living the dream for 2 weeks. And don't get me wrong, I'm also very happy to be back and have my own bed again. And, like have time to, when throughout the day I'm like, oh, I want to see that movie, actually do that in the evening, because on holiday, and especially on a group trip like this, like there's barely any time to do something for yourself. So I'm also happy to have that luxury again. But at the moment, the things that I want to be doing is mainly just like watching movies or TV or something like that, something really low key. So that'll have to change. But this is also kind of why today kind of took me by surprise as being like the first day of Game Nightathon, because in my mind I know that Every Book All at Once, my reading project, is restarting tomorrow. So today was still sort of like a free day. So yeah, tomorrow we get back to reading. Exactly. Reading? Who does that? Who does that? What is this, a reading challenge or what? Reading channel, I mean. Reading? Like Reading, yeah, that place in England. Yeah, that's what I was referring to. I was low key listening to Sasha Sprints while doing things, and I just wanted to say I also want to see Robbie Williams, but it's sold out everywhere, because there are like a lot of places where he is. But I think the Europe leg of his, like he does Europe and Asia in 2025, right? But I mean, it is possible because it's been like 2 weeks since I bought my tickets. So at that point in time, there were still tickets for multiple of his concerts, but it's definitely still possible that it's is no longer the case, because also when we were looking for the Frankfurt ones, like there were quite a lot of tickets already gone from that. No reading done yet today, but current reads are This Book Could Save Your Life and I Captured the Castle. I have read I Captured the Castle. I remember liking it, but I remember nothing about what it is about. I did start something, but not one for my game nights on TBR. Valid. I have not decided on my game nightathon books, but I mean, as I mentioned, every book's all at once starts again tomorrow, meaning it'll have to be one of the 10 books that is on that TBR still. I need to have the handout for this readathon, so I will be waiting for that. I'm just going to start books and see what I can fit. Yes, I will be writing it. Like I just got really disorganized by the time in which I had to go on holiday, you know? Like I did schedule and plan like my content way in advance, but still somehow the last few days before my holidays I had to scramble to get things done. Had to go and buy sandals like the evening before I left, so I was not very well prepared, and then it turned I was like, oh shit, like I don't have time to write this guide anymore. I have started an unfortunate Christmas murder, but might swap to the final winter, so I'm reading my darker book first. Then I can soak up Christmas cozy books. Valid strategy. I have the same strategy. Okay. Hello, welcome back. Hey, Natalie. I just booked an apartment for a trip in July. Now I need dinner, and then I'll do the first spins for Game Nightathon and maybe making a journal spread for it. Yeah, you kind of made me realize, like, okay, I need to maybe like message my friend because we haven't really discussed whether we're going to like stay over for the night in Frankfurt, but probably I guess we should be doing that because it probably will end really, really late. If we then have to drive back to Belgium still, that's going to be a really painful experience. So maybe we should probably stay the night there. In that case, we should also start looking for a place. Oh well, that's kind of normal. Anything funny you can do today to have the vacation feeling a little bit longer. Yeah, I like yesterday. So I returned yesterday at like 7 o'clock in the morning. So yesterday I also just like sat at home, watched TV for most of the day, and then at 6 o'clock I went to bed. So we'll see how I'm doing tonight. But so far I don't feel like it's good. Like I feel like we're in rhythm again, and that I won't need to like go to sleep early or anything like that. It was just that the final day on our holiday, we woke up at 5 a.m. to go. No, not even at 5 a.m. We woke up at 4:30 so that we could leave at 5 in order to go see the sunrise over Angkor Wat. And then, you know, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon that same day, we took our first flight to Singapore, where we arrived and had to wait until like midnight for the second flight. So I did sleep a little bit on that second flight, but still, like, I had a very long day up until that point, so the little sleep I had on the flight was not enough. But I caught up to that yesterday because I slept from like 6 o'clock at night until like 7 o'clock in the morning. Plan for tonight is listening to Children of Anguish and Anarchy and finish diamond painting my coaster. Nice. Long time no talk, but I always miss the announcement for some reason, and I was just watching it right before this live. Nice. I've read one chapter for Game Nightathon, but want to finish my other book first. Perfectly for normal. I have to finish the leftovers from November, but tomorrow I'll be able to start reading for the prompts. 20 pages left in Books and Bone Dust. I also still need to read that. I will try to study in the first sprint, then maybe start the Denise's book club book. Nice. I have been doing the occasional movie, not like the Supercharged that was October. Yeah. Like I've seen quite a fair few movies actually in November because of the flight mainly, but I also went to the cinema a few times in November, and then yeah, with the flights I watched like 6 extra movies in total. He will be in Prague too, and I probably don't want to travel abroad. There are other artists I want to see more, and those are sold out everywhere in Europe. I already finished the book, but it was a short story, 67 pages. Nice. Yeah, he also was coming to Belgium, which you will have probably heard in such a sprints, but that was sold out so quickly. It was also like it was announced that it would be Robbie Williams, like two of the. It's like a festival which has like normally it has a 4-day edition or something like that, but then you also have two other versions of it which are just like 1-day editions. And so the classic, which is the edition that he was coming to, had already announced two names, which was Robbie Williams and Brian Adams. So I mean, of course it was going to sell out super quickly. But yeah, like half an hour I was just like the general sale was on the 15th. I left here on the 14th, arrived somewhere on the 15th in Bangkok. So I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna miss that. I have no idea what time it'll be in Bangkok because I was just like so confused about the whole thing. But like I knew it wasn't gonna happen and it sold out in like half an hour. So yeah. Read that comments. I do still need to read the first chapter of Stepfather Christmas, and that is one of the Gamenightathon books. So I might do that during the first sprint. Nice. I'll have to ask questions about the readathon on the Discord. We'll be checking the frequently asked questions. Yeah. Yeah, those hotels will probably go fast that weekend. Yeah, I can imagine. I'll make it a little city trip. Book 3 nights. Oh, 3 nights. Wow. I'm just logging my 97 books I read last month. Wow. That's a lot of reading. Where do I log the books? First order of business for me tonight is to make the log form. We're still waiting for that to open. Yes, you are waiting for that. So I'm making that in the first sprint, and probably also the spreadsheets linked to it. That'll have to do some of the calculations for me. But I have to look at the last year's spreadsheet. But I don't think there was much special about the spreadsheet. So it's, I think, for the normal Gamenightathon, I have more stuff in it. You're too fast. Yeah, in my mind, I was like, oh yeah, I'm coming back on the 30th, and I have that day still to do some filming and editing and make all of those preparations. But then yesterday, it somehow completely slipped my mind that Gamenightathon was happening the next day. And I was just like, I'm not doing anything today. And so now I'm like, oh right, I need to do some further prep for this readathon, right? Even though it's already live. So my apologies. I'm totally not ready. Yeah, not your fault, Cleo. Who expected people to finish books on the first? I mean, it tends to happen, so I shouldn't be surprised at all. But so, how about we go into a first sprint? I have set up short-ish sprints, as in there'll be like 35-minute sprints, and then we'll see. I've set up like 5 minutes intervals in between for a chatty bit, but we can definitely extend that if I see that like there's a lot of conversation going on or something like that. But I like to keep it like kind of rolling a little bit. So let me switch over to this screen. Yes, and start a Pomodoro timer. So see you guys in 35. Hello, welcome back. So I have normally successfully created the submission form. So if Barbora could um, submit her book, that would be perfect because that will give me the basis to work on the spreadsheet. But I am now also working on the guide, so hopefully I can finish that tonight, or at least like a first version, and then that will be coming your way either still today or, like soon. Let's not make promises here. Time to cook for me. Nice, nice. I see you also ate. Hope you had nice food. I am starting to feel like the food that I ate is not going down very well. So like a minute before the sprint session ended, I was like, I think I need to go to the toilet. But so I think I can manage for 5 more minutes. So we'll just have to see. But I have not been feeling the best the last few days. So I think like the final day of the vacation is when I start to have like a little bit of a loss of appetite. And like I've been like sneezing and having to blow my nose quite a fair bit. I feel like because of the air conditioning. But I was thinking that the appetite thing was more like me like finally being sick of like Asian food and being like, I want like to not be eating rice anymore. But now I'm like, okay, maybe it isn't just that. Maybe I'm just really not like feeling perfectly fine. Listen to 3 chapters? No. That's not what I wanted to say. Yes. Oh no, can't you take a tea or something to help? Maybe I'll just see if I go to the toilet next sprint. It might also already be, I might already feel better after that. But like, I was eating my food and I wasn't really enjoying all that much, even though it's a recipe I've made before from HelloFresh and I like normally. But so I also left a little bit of it for tomorrow because I was just like, no, I'm done. I don't have any appetite left for it anymore. So yeah, we'll just see. Gonna submit it now then. Thanks. I stabbed myself with a knitting needle and read 190 pages of the manga. Okay. Hope it didn't hurt too much. I, on my holiday, also had an injury, so I will probably have a scar from this holiday. But I managed to be like, I was a one person on holiday who didn't do the motorbike ride because I felt like it would probably not be good for my shoulder. And then I also ended up being the one person who got burned on the exhaust vent of a motorbike that was stationary, but apparently it had not been stationary for that long because the exhaust vent was still super, super hot. So I burned myself, second-degree burn probably, and yeah, that's a scar I'll be carrying with me, I guess. I ate something, spent time scrolling, and then did the first 3 spins and looked at my TBR. Nice. I got through a chapter. I'm trying Alexia reading to me for the first time because currently sorting out my Kindle books into my spreadsheets. It's copy and pasting mostly, but it's taking forever. So it's like Alexia, like the Amazon thing that's reading to you. Submitted. I made the schedule for extra books for book club and such, then studied a bit and took a shower. Nice. A lot of things got done during this sprint, I see. Um, and I also had to spend some of my sprint time on giving Fate a little bit of attention because she is feeling a little bit neglected, and so she is being a little bit extra clingy. And since tomorrow I have to go to work, I have to disappoint her again tomorrow morning. So today I went to my parents' place, and the moment that I like closed the door behind me, I could hear that she was like yelling for me on the other side of the door, which she normally never does. Like she does it on the other side of my bedroom door, for example, if I've been in there for way too long. So, like if she knows that I'm awake, she'll come and wake me up. Like she'll come and meow on the other side of that door, but she's never done it to like the front door when I've left. But so now I could hear that she was like meowing for me on the other side of the door, and I was like, I'm sorry, but I have to go somewhere. And that'll be the same tomorrow. Continued in This Book Could Save Your Life. Nice. It's a nonfiction, I assume. Or like it sounds like that in any case. So Let's see you guys in another 35 minutes. Hello, welcome back. Uh, how did you guys all do? I finished the lottery guide. I mean, I might still expand upon it in the days to come if I, like want to. So it's quite, a little bit like, what do I want to say? It's a little bit minimal at this point in time. And then I also worked on the spreadsheet for it. So it doesn't have like the stats yet, but I might just add that page later on. In any case, I will hide it for you guys throughout the month, so you'll only get to see the stats at the very end. But so I might still make that page later on. But I've made the little bit of an adjustments to the answers that come through the tracking form so that I could also make the summary page, which is the page that you guys will be able to see throughout the month at all times, in which you can then find the amount of books that you've already logged and the amount of slots that are available to you and which prompts you have already submitted and in what order. Which screen am I supposed to be in? Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Yeah, I asked Alexia to read to me, and it picked the last book I was reading. I was joking, didn't even know she could do that, but she's reading my ebook. Nice. Um, but is it like, I hope it's like a normal speaking voice then, or is it like a robotic type of reading that kind of happens when you do like text to speech? Because that would be quite annoying, I can imagine. Hello, Tufty. Blimey, I cannot keep up with the Sunday live streams today. This is my third. I've been running two simultaneously on two iPads since PM-ish. Crazy. Hello, cats. Good evening. I watched back my own travel vlog to get warm, fuzzy feelings before returning to work. Yes. Were you vlogging, by the way? So I was filming while on holidays, but I didn't like. I never spoke to the camera, so it's like past travel videos I've done. It will just be like a compilation of clips throughout my holidays, but it won't be like an account of everything that happened. It'll just like it'll have to speak. The footage will have to speak for itself. Had a shower, some tea, and nothing. I unloaded the dishwasher and working on the last color for the coaster. Listened to 5 chapters of my audio. Nice. I just finished filming my vlog clip when the timer ended. Like literally a second after I stopped recording, the timer went off. It's nice when timing like is working that well. Like the final day in Siem Reap, we basically had like a free day in which we could do whatever we wanted, and all of us chose to go to like the sunrise at Angkor Wat. But then the rest of the morning we had off until like 1 o'clock when we had to get ready to go to the airport, and we did like three things or so that day, and our timing was just like on, like we did like the first activity, and when we got back from the first activity we arrived at like the second place we wanted to visit like a few minutes before new tour was starting. When the tour was over, we just had like just enough time to still go for lunch, and then be able to make it back like 2 minutes or so before one when we had to leave. So we had the timing down perfectly that day, and that was like something to be like weirdly happy about. Need a shower, we'll do that soon. Finish the manga, so on to finishing the last 2 hours of my audiobook while knitting. Nice. Hello, Charlotte, how are you doing? Got 4 chapters read so far, liking it more than I thought I would. Nice. Feeling a bit restless, can't concentrate, so I brought the box with Christmas decorations from the basement, and I'm now trying to make my flat a little festive. Yeah, I originally thought that I would also going to be decorating for Christmas today, but yeah, that didn't end up happening. And it's not gonna end up happening anymore. So I guess we are following Belgian tradition and we are waiting until Sinterklaas has passed by. So I'll do it next weekend. I did follow my tradition of making sure that I brought something back from both Thailand and Cambodia that I can hang up in the tree. From Thailand, I definitely had to be a little bit creative, so I basically am transforming a keychain into an ornament because there was nothing there that could just like automatically transfer into the Christmas tree. So I had to go for like the let me pause that. So I had to go for like a keychain that I'll just like remove the keychain part of it and I'll put like a ribbon around it. I've been reading all afternoon and read 250 pages of Gleam and finished it, and now I'm 100 pages into The Tainted Cup. Nice. Gleam is one of the Plated Prisoners books, right? How are you liking that so far? After this chatty bit, I'm going to open the first thingy on my puzzle advent calendar. I'm excited. Advent calendars. I also still December is really catching me by surprise now because of the fact that like I feel like I didn't properly end November because most of November was just like in holiday mode in which time has no meaning, and especially since like time travel happened there for like 6 hours because of traveling back in time. So yeah, I should still open my advent calendars as well, which means I do have a tea to drink today because I have two advent calendars, a chocolate one and then a tea one. Whoop whoop for the Christmas decoration. Indeed, Transformers keychains in disguise. Indeed, first half of Gleam was pretty slow, but it really picked up in the second half with quite the explosive ending. I need to like which one is it? Because these titles merge into one. Gleam is. Why are you not giving me Gleam? Yes, that one. Third one. Think I know that one. Problem is that I read them so close together that I'm also to some extent like, right, what happened in that one? But I do think I know that one. Um, for me, the slow one was potentially the next one. Golds. I think that one went pretty slow for me, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't think I had the same issue with Gleam that you have with it. I think Gleam was definitely still one of those that I went through like super quickly, if I'm remembering correctly, as I indicated. They're kind of blurred into one to some extent. I do still have to, at one point, pick up the new one, Goldfinch. Um, which like if I have time for it in December, I might use it for like the bonus prompt, but otherwise it'll have to wait until my TBR is finished. But so let's get back to this timer, and let's go for another sprint. By the way, I think that this will be the second to last one. I'll do another one after that, but I don't think I want to be going too late right now because I'm still settling into this time zone a little bit. So I don't want to like go too late tonight neither. I am probably not going to be reading during this sprint because I still feel like taking a little bit of a holiday from reading. Tomorrow, maybe I should do that now, like spin for my first prompt for every book all at once week, however many we are right now. But then I need to get the camera out, so probably not. But so I'll probably be watching a movie. But so yeah, good luck everybody. Hello, how did everybody do? I basically finished watching the old movie of Tomb Raider, which I started yesterday because of, wanting to see it again because of it being the inspiration for my Cambodia trip. Um, I have the Fairy Loot edition, so now I have to wait until the other three special editions are released. Oh, okay. Hope that isn't too much of a bother. Which advent puzzle advent calendar did you get? Hello, just got home from a family visit. However, I still have 15 pages left in my last November read. That's perfectly fine. I think majority of people here are also still reading other stuff before diving into Gamenightathon reads. Hey, Kitty. It's from a Dutch brand called Bosquet. I really like their puzzles. Yes, my sister also wanted this advent calendar, and she was too late. It was already sold out, which is really a pity because her birthday is like at the end of September, and I was contemplating getting this advent calendar for her, but then I felt like that was a little bit of a stupid birthday gift because it would be like very Christmas themed, and so she would have to like wait until the 1st of December to actually start using it. But now I'm like, I should have done that because uh, she didn't end up getting this advent calendar. Nice. My husband has the Jan van Hasteren one. Jan van Hasteren has nice puzzles too. I don't tend to like them myself because I don't really like that type of puzzle. I prefer sort of like a landscape or artwork type of puzzle. But my sister, for example, really likes both Jan van Hasteren and the Waske puzzles. Did nothing, being very consistent today. Took a shower. Nice. Ahoy there. I found a window in all of the day's live streams. Things have been busy this evening. What have I missed? I mean, you basically missed me finally getting around to some actual stuff for Gamenightathon. So I finally did the submission form and made the necessary changes to the spreadsheet linked to the submission form and wrote the guides. And then I basically just watched some Tomb Raider because I am not in a reading mood yet, and I'm just like saving it all for tomorrow when every book all at once starts again, and I have to, make progress in all of those books and trying to finish them before the end of the month. I decorated a bit and am now chatting. Found an Instagram group with people who are gonna go to the same concert in July. Nice. I did a puzzle and then the sprint was over. Nice. Okay, so it is a pretty decent sized puzzle then for every day. I take it you managed to survive all of the pitfalls and puzzle traps on your Tomb Raider holiday. Yeah, there weren't any like puzzle traps. It was quite disappointing in that sense. I didn't have to solve any sort of riddles in order to make my way through Angkor Wat, which is also the case because of the fact that we had a guide with us. Because I will say that like the specific temple that is used in the first Tomb Raider movie is a puzzle in and of itself. I think most of them are decently okay. They're still quite puzzling because all of the Khmer style temples are basically built like symmetrical. They are like the same in all directions. And so when we would have to meet up, they would say something like, yeah, we'll meet if in case you get lost, we meet up at the south side of the temple. And so in case you get lost, just ask the tour guides that are running around like where the south side of the temple is, because they're all symmetrical to one another. It's impossible to tell which side is which. So there were like some elements of a puzzle to most of these temples, but the one that's Tomb Raider was filmed in was especially like a maze kind of feeling to it. Maybe also because of the fact that there were so many people in it, so you kind of had to like navigate people as well as a temple. But there were so many times in which I was like, haven't we already been here? And then they would be like, let's stop for a group photo. It's like, oh, I guess we haven't been. I guess this is a different side to the same temple. But because of the symmetry, a lot of it looks alike, of course. But so it was really like, to some extent, I was just like, I would have totally gotten lost here without a guide. Yeah, sometimes I pause it last chatty. I will also do it this chatty bit, so thanks for already pointing that out. So I pause it if there's more than enough conversation going on. It's just to keep things a little bit snappy. But next sprint will be the final sprints because, as indicated during the last chatty bit, I don't want to go too late today because I'm still adjusting to this rhythm, to this time zone again. So I'll allow for a decent amount of sleep before I go back to work tomorrow. About 20 books to go for this year. This one was actually a birthday gift from my mom. Nice. The book is now talking about exercise. Apparently, a lot of fidgeting can burn 800 calories a day. That's bananas, but at least I get some exercise in. I mean, then I get a lot of exercise in during the night, I guess. Finished my coaster and listened to 6 chapters of my audio. Going to continue Hellbent in bed, so I'm saying good night. Good night, Larissa. I hope you enjoy it and have a good night's rest. The Jan van Hasteren has a 54-piece puzzle a day. Nice. Good night, Larissa. Indeed. Um, but yeah, I don't actually know what I'm gonna do during this test. Oh yeah, what I did during this print as well, I opened my advent calendar. So I have the English tea shop one, which has a tea a day. So this is now ready for me to consume. It was a gingerbread type of tea for today, and then I also had my IKEA chocolate one, so I also opened that one for today. So advent calendars have been consumed today, and so that is basically the final thing that I have to do today. But I don't know what I'm going to do during this final sprints because it's just like 35 minutes. I finished this movie now. Don't want to read as indicated. So I'll have to think. Maybe I'll just watch. Like I was watching the Lightfall announcement video before going live, so I'll finish that one, I guess. Waske is also 54 pieces. I somehow ended up with 6 advent calendars, 2 are tea, so I'm sipping some too. Yeah, I think I've had a year with 2 tea advent calendars, and that just got to be so much tea. I know you don't have to actually drink all of it the day of the advent calendar, but I felt like that was the concept, so I had to commit to it. And by the end of the month, I was definitely like, why am I drinking so much tea? But 6 advent calendars, that's quite amazing. This year, I just didn't have much inspiration for the advent calendars because I to some extent feel like I need to be doing new stuff all the time, even though yes, I definitely have had tea advent calendars in the past. It was basically just because this one was like such a minimal one that I ended up getting it. And then I always get a chocolate one, so I basically just have traditional ones this year. I didn't find any other ones that like really worked for me. I was gonna do the bookish one, the reading advent calendar that a lot of people had last year. But yeah, because November was over before I realized it, I did end up going for it. Gingerbread tree sounds good. Yeah, we'll see. I haven't sipped yet, but I had to tidy to make space to put it during all of December. Yeah, of course. I'm hesitating between getting an advent calendar and saving the money. There's a Gilmore Girls advent calendar, but I think it will be sold out at this point in time. I saw it a few months ago. I'm always hesitating with those advent calendars when I first see them, and then by the time that I'm like, yeah, maybe I do want it, they're already sold out. So that makes the decision for me. We have tea calendar, coffee calendar, chocolate candy, lakritz. What is that? And exit game, and also reading that book. What do you mean with reading that book? Is it like a story a day sort of thing? What is the Gilmore Girls calendar? I think it's just a calendar that has sort of like Gilmore Girls themed merch in it. So like I don't know, a pin, a bookmark, and stuff like that. That is Gilmore Girls themed. Because the problem with me in advent calendars is I don't want to be spoiled for the content, but then I'm also always hesitating, thinking like, but is the content going to be worth it? Oh yeah, with the Advent book, I have 7 scent help. 2 are scented candles, 1 with ginger shots, and 1 chocolates. So there are different types of ginger shots in there, I'm gonna assume then. Scented candle ones. So a candle a day. That's also gotta be a lot to have 2 of them. Ah, yeah, I can still go and buy that, I think, tomorrow. What I've been wanting to have for a few years now is like one of those Advent candles. They sell them at Dylan and Camilla, that you burn part of it each day until you get to like the bottom of it on the 24th. Lakritz is licorice. Okay, yeah. Enjoy that. I don't like it. The book is Denise's book club book, and it has 25 chapters, one for each day. Nice. That's really adorable. It's a fun type of advent calendar as well. I'm attempting to read some more The Hunger of the Gods this evening. I've been reading since October and I need to get this one checked off. Good luck. Yeah, this morning I had ginger with berry and cinnamon. It was quite good. All of these were gifts. I always like the surprise. Yeah, nice. That's nice. Yeah, I love advent calendars. So just, I don't know. This year I didn't really find any, and then half of November I was gone, so I also didn't want to order too close to my holidays and stuff like that, so I ended up like barely getting any this year. But I also wouldn't want to like do the rituals again. For example, I've had the rituals once, so I wouldn't want to repeat it. I did like the My Muesli one, so maybe I should have gotten that one. The water drop one, I was a little bit disappointed with, so I just prefer buying water drops without having them in the advent calendar. And that actually reminds me, I should get the Christmas edition of their like the Christmas taste that they have, because I really like that one as well. But so yeah, I just need a little bit more inspiration again for advent calendars, I guess. Like I haven't been finding the ones that I really, really want and that don't cost an eye and an arm, like there are some whiskey ones that I would want, but that are like super expensive. But yeah, let's go into that final sprint. Let me put up a banner. Final sprint. Yeah. And then let me restart that timer. So you get a few extra seconds. So yeah, good luck on reading and talk to you in 35. Hello. So that was the final sprint, and I also see we have done enough of the pomodors to earn a long break, but we are not taking that long break. We are just going to be ending things here, and I'm happy to know that there was indeed still some more minutes left in the timer because I got really like confused there at some point. So Kitty finished her book, Equal Rights, and is now gone off to sleep. So I don't think you're still here, but good night. So this is me being like, this should be I'm lost, being lost with the timer, where I'm like, wait. So yeah, we were still going strong. I did not do much this sprint. As indicated, I was not going to be reading, so I basically watched a few videos about the Tomb Raider games, and about like the upcoming Tomb Raider game, what information we have already, and then a little bit of information about like the remasters of the old ones, because I'm really dying to play Tomb Raider at this point in time. I was very lazy, but managed to squeeze in 10 minutes of studying. Nice. Was a fun night of do nothing sprints. We need those from time to time. Got to page 336 of Do You Dream of Terror 2. Nice. 50 minutes left of the audiobook and almost done with the rows I wanted to knit. Nice. I'm still here, but not for long. I will also be heading to bed soon, which Fate will not be enjoying. But yeah, I need to get a good night's sleep before going back to reality and to work. Thanks for the sprints. You're welcome. I'm sorry that they're a little bit short considering their opening sprints, but yeah, I definitely wanted to do some sprints today, and I had originally planned for to go longer, but now I feel like it's probably best for me to just like make sure I get a decent amount of sleep, and just like get used to this rhythm again. I didn't read those comments. I chatted some more and made tea, then fought with my e-reader. I didn't want to. It didn't want to show me Denise's book club book, but I was successful in the end. Nice going. Read another 20 pages. Good. Thank you for sprints. Good luck going back to work. Yeah, gonna need it. First day back is always horrible. It's like just looking at new mails coming in, but also kind of trying to figure out what happened during your absence. Like, I won't be checking everything that happened, of course, 'cause it's like 2.5 weeks. Like, it's way too much time. But for like the pending cases, you kind of have to figure out what happened there, which is not much fun. You are welcome. Thanks for the sprints. I'm almost done with my book. It really helped. Nice. If people want more sprints, Leander, the TBR series, is about to start sprinting. Nice. I also think that Ellie from what's her name? Something like the Book Dreamers, Ellie. She is also sprinting. Or like she was sprinting. I saw it when I checked YouTube like an hour ago, maybe. So probably she is also still sprinting. Thanks for sprints, sending lots of energy for tomorrow. Gonna need it. And thanks for sprints. You are welcome. But so with that, I think I'm just going to end things here. Good luck to everybody for Gamenightathon. We'll definitely be chatting some more in the Discord. I think the next sprints I'll schedule them for Saturday in the like afternoon somewhere, and I'll probably then just like schedule all sprints for Saturday around that same time. I'm thinking maybe like 3 or 4ish, something like that. And then like we'll also have sprints not on the final day of December, of course, but I'll still make sure. I don't actually know what the timing of that is. Probably it will just be all of the Saturdays. So the final sprint during the month will probably be the 28th then. And then 1 week later on the 4th, we will have the live show in which we are going to, like draw the winning numbers. Wait, where was I? Yes, Anna. Oh yeah, Anna. Her name is Anna. I was constantly saying Allie, but her name is Anna indeed. Hug the like button, everyone. Thank you for that. Double sprinting this evening. I've been over with the Read Long Queens this evening. They have just called time. Nice. And I land right on the end. Yes, sorry for that. Very excited to start my first official book tomorrow. Nice. Do you already know what you're going to start? I'm done with my knitting now, so now I can also go to bed. Good job to all of us for finally being able to go to bed at the lovely time of 10 o'clock, which I will say is like my aim for number, which I typically don't reach. Typically, it's more towards like 11 o'clock, but hey, it's a good thing to finally get there. I'm so excited to start reading my Gamenightathon books once I finish my current reads. Nice. I will start with Love Light Farms because it's from the library. Nice. Yeah, I still need to figure out what's my books could potentially count for and then kind of see what I'm going to do with them. I don't think I'm going to be randomizing, for example, but I might go for like the word made off of the first letters of all of the titles type of slots, and maybe also the like the friends and family connection one. I think that is pretty easy, so I'll probably go for like 2 extra slots. But I don't think I'll go for the Winnery one, for example. So I'll probably just go for 2 extra slots on my end in any case. But so with that, I'm going to end these sprints. Thank you to everybody who's been here tonight. If you're watching this back later, also thank you for giving it some more love after the fact. And yeah, see you guys next week, but talk to you guys over on Discord in the meantime. But so with that, I'm ending this video. See you guys.